One thing about us human beings, we experience brokenness one way or another. It can be spiritual brokenness, it can be emotionally, and or it can be also physically, mentally. Somehow you experience this brokenness, and sometimes you ask yourselves, how do we get ourselves out of this position? Because brokenness also means pain, and we do not want pain. So how do you remove yourself from being broken? And I also experienced that moment in my life. I was spiritually and broken broke. I was spiritually broken, and when you're spiritually broken, almost like everything in your life, or all other aspects, are just broken as well.
My time is now.
Hi lovely fam, if you're new here, you're definitely welcome to my channel. I'm Shemaine Faith, and I mainly post faith-based content. So if you're new here, please do join us by subscribing and definitely pressing the notification bell so that you do not miss out on any video that I upload. So today is a Monday, and usually on Mondays I post devotions, right? And I'm sure you already saw the title. Today I'll be talking about how Jesus can actually fix what is broken. So guys, we are living in a world that is breaking down, that is degrading, and living in this world would also mean that you might experience pain one way or another, because pain is inevitable, and this pain might be a result of brokenness. I know that us as human beings, we have once faced a moment, or we have experienced the moments when we were broken, whether it's emotionally, whether it's mentally, whether it's physically or spiritually as well, and sometimes we look for solutions on how to be fixed. We want to be fixed. We want to feel whole, And as a Christian, you are tempted to think that it is not normal for you to feel broken, because you're a Christian and you're supposed to be whole and all that, because Christ, is the only one who feels you're whole and all that. And I just want to say that it's okay to be broken. And sometimes spirituality and brokenness can coexist. Sorry, I'm just seeing a person. Spirituality and brokenness can coexist. Let me give you examples from the Bible, okay? For example, Noah. All right, there was just after the flood, he was broken. I don't know, he was broken, and then he ended up being drunk, And we have, who's this? David. David was also broken. We've got Job. Job was broken. We've got Abraham. Abraham was also broken. All these people, yes, they were spiritually, inclined, if I can put it that way, but they faced a moment of brokenness. And so, what's the solution? We are broken. What do you do then? So in this video, I will be sharing with you 3 pointers on how your brokenness can be fixed. And we'll be focusing on Mark chapter 10, verse 46. And in this passage, it speaks of, or it talks of, the story of blind Bartimaeus, right? And blind Bartimaeus was also a beggar, and he was sitting by the roadside, and he heard Jesus of Nazareth, and then he cried out and he was like, "Jesus, son of David, please have mercy on me." And people, they rebuked him and told him to be silent. And then he cried out even more and was like, "Son of David, have mercy on me." And there's a God. Sometimes brokenness does not mean the end of the world. Probably brokenness might also mean the beginning of a new season in your life, So literally, actually, brokenness is the beginning of a new season in your life. To Jesus, and Jesus said to him, "What do you want for me to do?" And the blind man said to him, "Rabbi, let me recover my sight." And Jesus said, "You are well." And Jesus said, "Go your way, your faith has made you well." And immediately he recovered his sight and followed him all the way. Okay, so this is the story that he shared, and I'll just give you some pointers that he also shared, and my experience as well, because I've been broken. In fact, I'm coming from a broken season of my life, and yeah. So the first The first pointer that I want to share with you is that, first of all, you need to recognize that you're broken. You cannot be fixed if you don't see that you're broken. So recognize that you're broken. It's okay. Recognize that you're broken, because when you're broken, you are directed to the one who will fix you. So yeah, he did not pretend that he was well. He definitely did not pretend that he was well. So stop pretending that you're well. Yes, stop pretending that, oh, I'm fine, and people, they see you, they're like, oh, you're okay, and all that. No, you know, well, you cannot hide from Jesus. The second pointer is persist through the pain. Brokenness equals pain. You know, when you're broken, you feel so much pain, and sometimes you don't even know where this pain is coming from. Sometimes you even know where it's coming from, you know. So you need to persist in the pain, just like what the blind man said. He said he persisted, even though people rebuked him and told him to be silent. He persisted and still cried out to Jesus, and he said, Jesus, have mercy on me, you know. And the truth is, God hears you. God hears you when you cry out to him, you know. So persist in the pain, you know. Don't give up and call upon him, you know. And you know, sometimes pain tries to nullify your faith, but rather allow it to amplify your faith as well. That is what persist through the pain means as well. And once again, as I mentioned, pain is inevitable, you know. It's inevitable. We are living in this world, and yeah, you might feel pain one way or another. And the third pointer is, oh, before I go to the third pointer, I just want to mention that, you know what, sometimes, in fact, most of the time, pain actually leads you to Jesus. Pain actually leads you to Jesus. So there is a positive side of pain. Yes, it's not nice, but the good thing is that it points you to Jesus, and that's what's important. We need to be close to Jesus, you know. For me, when I was broken, and you know, I was really in pain, like spiritually, I was just so down, and it led me to Jesus, because I was like, you know what, God, there's something wrong. There's something not right here. I'm not okay, you know. And then I asked him, like, God, please, please, please strengthen me and rebuild me, you know. And that prayer, of course, you know, for God to rebuild me, you know, sometimes he has to break you for him to rebuild you into something new, you know, into someone who he formed you to be, you know, or who he called you to be. So, you know, brokenness does not mean the end of the world. It's either you are entering a new season of your life, or we can also say that you are being rebuilt into what God calls you to be. You know, if you do not become bitter in the process, if you call upon him, then you know that for sure the promise is he is making something new in your life, you know. And the third pointer is respond when Jesus calls. Now that you have prayed, Jesus now calls you. You need to listen to what he has to say. Read the scriptures, guys. This is his word. This is his letter to you. You need to read it. And that's how he also speaks. That's how he also meant you, you know, and fixes you in a way, you know. And don't try to fix yourself, because that will not work. Stop trying to fix yourself. I tried to fix myself. It did not work. It did not work. So yeah, call upon him. I mean, when he now calls you, you need to respond, because he will now give you the life updates, because he knows your future. He will tell you what you need to know, and for sure he's going to fix you. I'm not as broken as I was just few moments ago, few weeks ago, something like that, you know, because I allowed him to fix me. And yeah, I definitely know that he's rebuilding me into someone who has called me to be, because yeah, no, he's just pruning me. He's pruning out the things, you know, that are hindering me from being the best version of who he has called me to be. And you know, some brokenness is also beautiful. There's beauty in brokenness. So as long as you have Jesus Christ and you ask him to guide you, he will definitely help you guys. So that's it. Jesus does fix broken things. He can fix you. So don't try to fix it yourself. That will not work. Okay, that will not work. And yeah, actually, this is actually a testimony as well, because I'm actually sharing this, and I wouldn't have shared this if I was still broken, but I'm allowing God to, mold me and to actually, it was just yesterday when he shared, let me quickly share this, when he shared a verse, it's Isaiah 43. Please read it on your own, the whole chapter, but I'll just share some verses that actually touch me. He says that, okay, but now thus says the Lord, He who created you, O Jacob, He formed you, O Israel. Fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. He created you. Okay, yeah. And then I don't have much time. And then he also, the main pointer is, he said, remember not the former things, nor consider the things of the old. Behold, I am doing something new. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? That's what Jesus told me. He told me, do not remember the former things, because he's creating something new. He asked me, do you not perceive it? I'm rebuilding you. Can't you see that? You had to be broken first before I can rebuild you. So yeah, sometimes there's beauty in brokenness, and please don't give up and allow God to fix you. And yeah, thank you for watching. My space is now gone, and this was so blurry. But yeah, thank you so much. I have to go now. Oh my goodness, I don't have much time.